Welcome to another Portrayal Press video. I am Patrick and I'm sitting here with an M274A2 Mule. Today's video is going to give you a little background and history on the Mule and some key operating features. So the origins of the M274 can be traced back to the end of World War II, where the Army was looking for a mechanical vehicle to serve the function traditionally performed by mules. So this is a pack animal, was carrying ammunition, supplies, helping evacuate wounded people. The prototype was built by Willys, the same folks who built the Jeep of World War II. And the project was shelved really before it got too far, although there were some prototype designs built and tested. Cut forward about 15 years later, coming into around 1957, the Army decided to resurrect the Mule Project, and Willys was once again given the bid. Willys produced a number of prototypes that were tested, and the Mule, Mechanical Mule at that point, now designated M274, was put into production. All the versions M274 through M274A4 are four-wheel steer. The A5, which was the last one built, is only two-wheel steer. The 274 and the 274A1 had the four-cylinder Willys motor. The A2 through A5 had the two-cylinder Continental designed Hercules motor. Today, the M274s and 274A1s with the four-cylinder motor are fairly rare vehicles. So the M274 has a conventional driver's compartment, although the basket is a little bit atypical. The controls are very normal for anybody who's driven a standard transmission vehicle. It's got a clutch, a brake, an accelerator, standard gear shift with a high-low transmission, parking brake, a choke down here. So the Mule was designed from the beginning to be a simple, easy-to-operate vehicle. All of the vehicles were magneto-powered, which meant that they didn't need an electrical system in order to operate. The original Mules had a pull start, and we'll show you where that pull start was. The last version, the A5, had an electrical system and an electric start installed, and many people have retrofitted the A5 electrical system and starters onto their Mules from earlier generations. This particular Mule has an electric start that was installed. This Mule was retrofitted with an A5 electric starter and an electrical system. The original pull starter would have been installed right here, but had to be removed in order to put the electric starter in the vehicle. One of the unique features of the military Mule is the ability to swing the steering wheel forward and drive the vehicle and operate all the controls from the very front of the vehicle. Swing the steering wheel down, stand forward. You have access to a throttle here, clutch here, and the brake here, and of course the gear shifts. And so you can drive the vehicle crouched down, or you could also adjust it to a more upright driving position if you were so inclined, like this. So we mentioned before, 3 speeds forward, 1 speed in reverse, high-low. So you end up with 2 reverse speeds and 6 forward speeds. Top speed around 25 miles an hour. And in first gear, granny gear low, it's about as fast as a man walks. Another unique feature of the Mule is that the original version up through A4 have four-wheel steer. You can see both wheels are turning, which gives a much tighter turning radius. So this vehicle was designed to be lightweight and portable and could be airdropped into locations that were remote. These lugs on the wheels were designed to lash the Mule down to a pallet that in turn was connected to a parachute that would have been dropped into a location. You've probably heard of a mule train, but you might not have heard of an M274 Mechanical Mule train. The Mule came with a tow bar that could be connected to the front of the vehicle and hooked to the rear of another Mule, and you could latch them together and make yourself an M274 Mule train. So we're at the business end of the M274. We open up the engine compartment to reveal, in this case, a 2-cylinder Hercules air-cooled motor. Mentioned before, this particular motor has a magneto in it, which is here, which allows the vehicle to generate spark without having a separate electrical system. A benefit if you're out in the field. A couple of other things worth pointing out. There's also a set of louvers. This is an air-cooled, shrouded motor here, which relies on the fan located inside of here to keep the motor cool. Under cold operating conditions, the louvers can be closed, which limits the airflow and lets the motor warm up where it's supposed to. This also is a retrofit worth pointing out again. This is an alternator that was put on as a part of the kit to retrofit it with the electrical system and the electrical starter. So this vehicle was made to be simply maintained in the field. One of the unique characteristics is that the engineers installed valves that would allow you to close off certain systems, mainly gas and oil, and flip the vehicle on its side to do maintenance. So there are 3 valves. I'll reach in here, turn 1. This is a gas valve down here too. 1 more valve right here. And now the vehicle can be flipped on its side for a whole host of maintenance items. We're impressed with the vehicle when we flip it over because it really does show some ingenuity in design. You can see there's no chassis here. These tubes form the chassis. They also form an air cleaner system. The transaxles themselves are very simple design, and there are gears located for each of the wheels, which basically gives this all-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive all the time. It's not a slip differential the way most modern vehicles are. The rear transmission is an integral part of the drive here, the rear-wheel drive system. These parts are the same as the front, so they're interchangeable, which makes it easier to maintain. But this is obviously the transmission and the rear of the engine with the clutch system here. So let's go for a quick ride. We'll start the vehicle, a little choke. So not too loud at this. We're about a walking pace here for a man. This is first gear low. Full throttle will be a little louder. That's it. Stop. In second gear, the vehicle will move along pretty well. This is second gear low. A little bit bumpy because there is no suspension, just the tires. Third gear, low. It's just going to be too fast for us to go full speed here. Pretty quick. Punch in, reverse, a little gas. Let this out very slowly. Park the brake off. We can slow it down to a crawl and drive the vehicle any way we want to. We'll speed up a little bit, we can speed off. Nice fast walk. And stop the vehicle. So I hope you've enjoyed this introduction to the M274 Mechanical Mule and the little ride around here today on this beautiful fall day. Please hit the subscribe button and you'll get more videos from us, and also stay out on the lookout for a new book that we're going to be publishing shortly on the M274 and its history. Also, go to Facebook if you're a Facebook user and like our page. We try to post pictures daily of both modern usages of historic military vehicles as well as lots of National Archive pictures and other pictures that our readers share with us. So thanks for tuning in.